You guys really need to quit with the porn addiction, guys. And I say this because I feel like porn addiction is probably the most common vice there is out there. See, a lot of people drink, a lot of people smoke, but not everybody really smokes and drinks. Or there's people who do, like, they'll drink once in a while, but they've never smoked marijuana. Or there's people that smoke marijuana religiously but never really touch alcohol. Or there's people who just kind of don't do it. But I know a lot of you motherfuckers like to spank your shits. Trust me, I understand, because I was there. I've been there. Bro, I've been there. And I've been there even in the times where I've been in relationships. I've been there in times where I've been doing very well in my life, and I've been there in times even when I've been doing fucking horrible in life. And for me, it's always just kind of been a thing that I just did. Like, I never had an issue with getting girls or anything like that. I just think that because I was, introduced to it very young, at like 13, 14, my hormones were raging. And, the first time I ever did it was fucking hilarious. I actually got scared because I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I was like, due to my like dying or some shit, like what is this stuff like? But whatever, the point is that it just became a thing of like norm to me, bro. Like, it was just one of those things where like, all right, yeah, hey, wait, woke up, get some coffee, go to the gym, do my thing, and I just rub one out and continue on with the day. And see, the problem with that is that it's true what they say, man. That shit really, really, really changes your reality of what it's like to actually be with a woman. Because these videos, bro, like, they're just so exaggerated. And the older you get, the more you realize, like, this shit is really just some acting, bro. Like, these girls, they're like, half of them are even busted too. It's like, bro, like, what are you really getting off to? And then the fact that you're also really just watching other people have sex and you're like enjoying yourself, I just think it's crazy, man. I just, back then I didn't think anything of it. I never really saw it as anything wrong. But since I've been on this journey to really develop myself into that higher version of myself, I think it was one of those things that I kept around. Even though I stopped drinking, I stopped smoking, I started working out earlier, waking up early, changing my diet, it seemed like everything was just changing except that, because I didn't see it as an issue. I just thought, hey, what harm am I doing? I'm just rubbing one out. But the issue is that when you can't let go of something and one, see it as an issue, that's the issue right there. The issue is that, one, you are tainting your confidence, whether you believe it or not, because I never really thought that it was tainting my confidence, because I don't see myself as like, an unattractive guy. I know that I can pull shorties if I want to, and I actually have a very hot girlfriend. So for me, it never really tainted my confidence. But I do agree with the fact that it did change my expectations of just my sex life, what I deemed as like what I should be doing. And like, you see these videos and they're doing all these crazy things and these crazy ass scenarios, and then you're just there like, just not doing all that stuff that you see. It kind of like fucks with your mind. Not that it makes you like unattracted to the person you're with, but it's just a dark place to be. And I think that if you're doing it, you really should stop. I mean, it's one, also drains your testosterone. That's like, without a doubt, definitely I've experienced it, because since I've stopped doing it, which has been probably, honestly, almost like a year now. Yeah, probably like close to a year where I've actually stopped. Like, you know, I've had phases where I've like done like no fap and shit, but clearly those didn't work. I would always relapse, but this time I'm really like, you know, I'm fucking over it. And what I've noticed is, one, I have increased energy levels, and that was something that I feel like was an issue back then, because I've always been going to the gym, and what I've noticed is when I would rub one out like 2 to 3 times a day, which is really what I would be doing sometimes, I would go to the gym and I would just not really have the energy, bro. I would not feel it. My workouts wouldn't be as intense. The pump wasn't really there. I was just kind of lazy, just going through the motion. And since I've stopped, bro, like, I don't know if it's the creatine mixed with, you know, the abstinence and stuff like that, but I've been fucking, like, just loaded with energy, bro. Loaded with just fucking strength, endurance. Mentality's different. I'm actually in the gym like, yeah, motherfucker, like, fucking pump that weight. And I feel like it's correlated to really reserving that testosterone. And I think there's so many reasons why you shouldn't do it, because it's not really like, you know, it's not like you're really not harming anybody but yourself and maybe like your girlfriend or whatever. But obviously it's not one of those things where, like, you know, you're not gonna rub one out and then, you know, cause an accident on the fucking highway unless you're doing it while you're on the fucking highway, which is insane. But you get my point. Obviously, if you're drunk driving, you're high or something, like, yeah, you could harm somebody. So, you know, there's always that connotation like, hey, I'm not doing anything wrong. But if you really look deeper into it, you are doing a lot of things wrong. One, if you're in a relationship and you're doing it, you're not being loyal, bro. Like, that's not loyalty. Watching another girl or girls get their fucking cheeks clapped is not loyalty, because you're fantasizing another woman while you're supposed to be fantasizing your woman. So that's number one. Two, you're lowering your testosterone. Your energy levels are going to be shit, so why would you want to do that to yourself? And three, for the guys out there who are doing it and they're single, like, bro, like, go out there and just try to talk to some girls, bro. Like, go find some shorty that will give you what you need. And don't come to me with this, oh man, but, you know, I'm not attractive, or I'm out of shape, or this and that. If that's the issue, bro, go get your ass in shape. Go fucking get a haircut. Go to the gym. Stop eating those Cheetos. And you'll find a shorty who's gonna think you're a fucking 10, and you guys could just hit it off. And don't tell me, oh man, I'm ugly, oh, I'm this and that. Like, bro, there's somebody for everybody, bro. You don't have to be the most attractive guy in the world to pull the girl of your dreams. You just need to have the confidence. You need to be jacked, and you need to be somebody. Not saying you need to have fucking tons of money, but you need to be somebody. Like, you have to be an honorable man. And I don't think there's any honor in spanking your shit. I just genuinely don't. And it took me a while to realize that, and to actually tell myself, like, bro, like, you have to cut this out, because it's not aligned with the views that you have with the man you want to be. And the man I want to be is a fucking stud. So do you think a stud just sits around all day and jerks his shit? I don't think so. So why should I do it? Why would I not take away things that I should be, that are helping me to become the man I want to be? And I know it's hard, you know, it's tough in the beginning, man. You get that relapse, you get that urge. If you're single, you know, you're walking around the gym and shit, you're looking at girls and they're tempting you, or, you know, maybe your girl's on vacation and your girl's away for like a couple days and shit, or you don't live with your girl and you're like, you know, you're tempted, you're like, oh my god. And then you know, even if you're doing it like fantasizing about your girl because she's away or some shit, like, that's still fucking crazy, bro. Like, you're still like, you're not doing the things that men's supposed to do, which is be tough. Like, not spanking your shit is tough. So why wouldn't you want to put yourself in a situation where you're doing something that's tough? You know, you're missing your girl and she's fucking 100 miles away, 1,000 miles away, and you're not gonna see her for like a week, and you guys are FaceTiming and she's all looking all sexy and shit, and you're like, oh my god, man, like, I'm feeling so know, like, why won't you just be a man and just fucking use that to, like, go to the gym and, like, fucking just go through it, like, go through that fucking feeling of, like, fuck, you know what I mean? Like, why are you just being so weak and just like, oh, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna rub one out because I feel like it, you know? Because that's the problem with guys, man. Like, we just feel like, because we feel like it, we're gonna just do shit. Oh, you're hungry? Oh, I'm gonna go have some chips and cookies and some ice cream. Yeah, because I'm hungry. Oh, I love it. I love the taste of chocolate ice cream. No, you see, that's the thing. Like, learn to make yourself fucking go through shit that is hard. And that's the only way you're gonna advance. And if rubbing one out is hard for you, if it's hard for you to not rub one out, try not rubbing it out. It's just that simple, guys. Just do shit that's hard, and you're gonna see a lot of changes in your life. Hope this shit fucking finds you guys some type of help, because I know I needed it back then, and hopefully you guys can just do things that are helping you achieve the status of the man that you want to be. Peace out.